welcome. This is the Silent K, and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ. Hello, Virenk. Glad you could make it. Yes, here I am. And there you are. This is going to be 2, 3, 4. This is going to be, I believe, our 5th week in a row without advancing the day once. That doesn't include a holiday, but still, 4 weeks of playtime. And we're still starting on the same day. And a lot has happened today. The personnel market was updated. I just looked at that. It was some field gunners with an autocannon 5 unit. We got a couple birthdays, some privates celebrating 5 years with us. Which unit was that? Doesn't want to say. Oh, we're on all personnel. Yeah, let's go to active. Okay, yeah, we don't need to see which unit those privates are all a part of. We did gain 3 support points, which we then immediately spent that same day. Yeah, it has been a very busy day for the unit. Lots of people wanted to drop out of their education. Banked graduated from his in-unit education. We did get in a bunch of ammunition, heat sinks, and armor. 40 days left on the Cyclops, and then we've got the engagement that took us, 3 weeks to get through? The decoy engagement. Let's see, we did improve negotiation on a bunch of our administrators. We picked up 4 prisoners, looks like. Fangaloka, Denisha, Sandra, and Mutsu. No serious damage to any of our mechs. We do have some people in the infirmary, though. The Orion 2C and the Shogun C were added to the unit roster and are likely just going to both be turned into parts. Starting with the infirmary, we've got Tugyu. We'll have Delphine treating him, and then the 2 prisoners. I guess we'll have Elsa treating those 2, so she can play. Does she already have Edge? Elsa already has 2 Edge. Okay, so she doesn't really need any XP. As a matter of fact, she can go ahead and pick up a 3rd point of Edge. Right? Or actually, no, we can't. No, there it is. Yes, we can. Maurice Rocha is not... Yeah, needs another 10 XP before he can become an elite doctor. Well, 10 XP is a lot. We'll hold off on that. We'll just have the 2 elite doctors taking care of all of our wounded people. The warehouse is looking good. The repair bay is going to need some attention. Hangar personnel. We do have... Oh yeah, Tugyu sitting on 45 XP. I think we're gonna save up and get him Forest Ranger. But yeah, into the repair bay now. We've got the Atlas, took some moderate damage. 20 points, 16 points, 14, 6, 5, and 13, and a bunch of reloads. We've got... What's around the ball is still a regular. I thought we had... Be thinking of something else, but I thought we were down to 3 regulars, not 4. I guess we'll have Ethan doing armor today, so he can maybe get his 20 points. Yeah, if that's all 4s, then we'll do that. And then Ratnabala with 0 XP is going to be doing the ammunition. So we're down to 152 LRM 20 shots. We've got plenty of SRM 6 ammo. And our Gauss rifle ammo is looking a little sparse as well. Hoser took a 10-point whack on his right torso. That was an autocannon, if I recall, or was it a PVC? I'm not sure. The Banshee... we've got the LB-10X needing 7 shots of ammunition. We're down to 181 of those. And then Ethan doing the armor. We've got 4s. 4s on all of those. Grizzly just needs a couple of ammunition bins. Who calls them that? Ammo bins needing to be reloaded. Mackie has a little bit of armor. And those. Navala doing the ammo, of course. Oh. The Man-O-War is going to need some armor. Marauder is going to need some armor as well. Let's see. The Orion 2C. It's actually really good shape other than the armor. That left arm and the head pretty much. Yeah, I think we're gonna take it apart. Yeah, let's go ahead. Salvage that. Shogun C as well. Also has ferrofibrous armor. Also has missing head. Also has a lot of goodies inside that I think we're going to just go ahead and salvage that guy. And then the Stalker, of course. Oof, needing a lot of armor. 26, 25, 24, 15. And Ethan can do all of those on 4s. Come on, can we at least get 1 XP out of this? Oh, on the last one, we did get a point of XP. Okay, so Ethan Labrie is now 20 successes away from being a veteran in MekTech. Let's see, the Orion. We've got B can do the armor in quarter time. Penny could actually do it in 1/8. Yeah, let's go ahead, we'll do that. Okay, so Penny can start tearing out this armor. Oh, she gained an XP on her first check, but only because she failed it so badly. And then another XP on her second or third, or whatever it is. Oh yes, I'm loving this. 98 points of armor in stock now, and just climbing. That's going to be 145 points of armor in stock. That's going to keep the Man-O-War in armor for a good long while. Where is Ethan? Let's see, weapons specialists. We've got Chris as a weapons specialist. We can pull these ER lasers and the SRM. Ooh, strike. I'm loving this. Yes, so the Gauss rifle, the SRM, the ER lasers, those are all going to be halftime for Chris. So that'll be 240 minutes, I believe. She doesn't, well, 300 minutes now. None in stock? One in stock. Nice. Let's see, the ammo bins, we can have... can Ethan pull these ammo bins on 4s? Seti. Internal specialist doesn't get a bonus to ammo bins? Nuts. Shasa. Can pull these ammo bins in 60 minutes each. Alright, so that's LRM-20 ammo, lovely. And some SRM ammo, which we don't really need, and some Gauss rifle ammo, which is absolutely fantastic as well. A 75 fusion engine. We can have Septi pull that. She is an internal specialist after all. She can do that in 360 minutes. Works for me. The gyro. We can have... Who can pull the gyro? We have any more internal specialists? Malcolm. Yes, Malcolm can pull the gyro in 200 minutes. And then the cockpit in 300. So that'll be 20 minutes into tomorrow. Let's see. Actuators. We don't really need actuators. They're good XP. Do 45 minutes each. And we'll have Ethan gain another point of XP. Oh man, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Ethan, there he is, top of the regulars. We can make him now the bottom of the veterans. Alright, him and Shoyab kind of tied there. And that just leaves, yeah, 4 regular mech techs. We've got Yasrudin, Yosefa, Ratnabala, and Septi are all regular mech techs. So I think Septi is going to knock out some of these actuators. Actually, being an internal specialist, she can knock out, I want to say, 5 of them in 23 minutes a pop. I'll leave her with 5 minutes if I'm mathing right. So yeah, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. No more XP, but that's fine. That's fine. Ratnabala can start pulling these other actuators. We've got 45 minutes a pop on 4s. She failed that one. Okay, now we can start pulling the limbs off of this thing. Let's see. Septi is no time left. Where is my list of techs? It's around here somewhere. I am not seeing my list of techs. Okay, well, I'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way, looking for them. Internal specialists, those are gonna be many down until down here. Edinburgh. Yeah, Edinburgh can start pulling these limbs off, and she can do those in, wow, 23 minutes apiece. Okay, okay, I'm not mad at that at all. And they're clan endosteel parts too. 75-ton clan endosteel parts. Oh man. The left arm we can't pull because it's got a busted shoulder, so we will have to scrap that. And then the left torso, we can pull that, and as soon as the cockpit is out, it'll be nothing but a CT left. The Shogun also has 161 points of clan ferrofibrous armor. Fantastic. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this Marauder knocked out. Penny can do the armor in 30 minutes. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, the Orion 2C is just waiting on the cockpit. The Shogun needs an armor specialist. We'll have B pull the armor off on 4s. Oh, The Shogun is difficult to maintain. So we're doing this in full-time increments. A 60 and a 45, that leaves us with 220. It's going to be another 130, so that's 90 left. We'll pull the left leg in 60 minutes. Okay. What other armor specialists do we have? Got Guillaume. Guillaume has plenty of time left. So we'll pull 135 minutes here, 110 minutes here, 110 minutes. I was looking at 221 in stock. Is that it for the armor? That is it for the armor. Okay. So we've got some jump jets. Those are going to be an internal specialist. I'll have Edeborg pulling the jump. Wow, on 6s. Difficulty. Oh, basic facility. That might be why. No, we've got a maintenance facility. Okay, so Edeborg can pull these jump jets in 60 minutes each now. Or that one takes 2 hours. Double heat sinks. We can do those in 23 minutes each, it looks like. We don't have too much time on this. And how many double heat sinks does this thing have? That is not a complaint. That is far from a complaint. I'm absolutely thrilled to have this many planned double heat sinks. 139, 116, 93 minutes. 70 minutes. 47. Okay, I think that's it for the heat sinks. Let's remember when the company would have been happy to have any double heat sinks. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Actually, no, there was a time not too long ago when we were hurting for any double heat sinks because we couldn't. There was a delay when we ordered them for a couple months and we ran out. Yeah, that was not that long ago. These actuators are gonna be okay on 3. I thought it said 6s, and I was like, what is going on? These actuators are way too difficult. Yeah, we'll have Ratnabala spend her last 45 minutes on one. Yes, Rudin is next up to become the veteran, so he'll be doing actuators now. Okay, jump jets. Those were internal specialist. Edeborg. No, Edeborg doesn't have the time. Ben. Yeah. No. Someone. Ben can start pulling the engine. That'll take him, what, 90 minutes? Okay. And then the gyro will be another 100 minutes. So that leaves him with 290. The cockpit is 150 minutes. Leaves him with 140. The jump jets, 120. Gained an XP for it. Let's see, we can have, I guess, Yosefa pulling ammo bins on 4s. That's Artemis capable ammo. That's nice. Huh? We'll have Ethan pull a couple of these ammo bins as well. Shasa. Shasta doesn't have time to do anything. Well, we can pull the right leg off. We can have Shoyab pulling weapons at a double time, so 2 per day as a veteran. We'll have Halima pull a couple weapons. Have Kazuko pull a couple weapons. Or a weapon. Barely that one with a 4. Oh. Street gas arm 6. That one's gonna take a little longer. No. I just didn't go down far enough. That's yeah. That's gonna be another 2 veteran techs worth of time for those 4 items. Manual empty. Then we've got arms and legs and torsos. We'll have Susan failed and then succeed and then succeed. And Sosik will pull this one. Okay. Now we've got a Shogun C with nothing but a CT that we can sell for probably 10,000 C-bills, 18,000 C-bills. The Orion 2C, we're still waiting to get the cockpit out of it. Because that's worth another 300,000, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, but it is going to take some C-bills to repair that thing. Speaking of repairing things, Omnipods empty. Mode. I don't know why those Omnipods are saying, oh, because those parts are not available, and these parts are available, obviously. So the Orion 2C is the only thing that we're still waiting on. Let me double check something real quick. Double heat sinks clan, we have 36 of them in storage. That is a good feeling. I don't know what we're going to put them on. But we can put them on something that needs them. Hmm. Who needs heat sinks? Who needs crit spaces? Okay. We get Tentacle Shogun back into his Marauder. Yeah. Assign person, unassign. Assign person, Shogun. This guy will put into mothballs. Elizabeth, they can do that. Back to the TONE. He was in Mariana? No. Galatea. Squad with nothing but captains in it. Okay. So I think Cyclops is refitting. Waters mothballing the Orion 2C. Oh. The Orion 2C that we already stripped the armor off of. We could also strip the ammunition out of it, although that's standard LRM ammo, not Artemis capable. This one we can scrap when we get the cockpit out of it, and yeah. I think it is finally time for us to advance the day. It is gonna be September 28th. Finally, it's been September 27th forever. No pop-ups? Okay, okay. Oh, lots of people graduated basic training. Okay, so we can issue those awards. Okay, so a couple birthdays. Scott Enriquez, Lieutenant Senior Grade, celebrates 6 years with us. Oh, he's an aerospace pilot. That's why I don't recognize his name. Shada is 34. Privates got birthdays. Corporals doing training. Lots of people graduated. Gonna be heading back tomorrow. Yeah, it is still a long way to the end of the year. I'm just looking forward to October. When October hits, hopefully we get a good roll on the morale, and that'll slow down the rate at which we're getting new battles, which would make the rest of the contract go a lot faster, and then I can update to 50.10, which is something I would love to do. Okay, we got the cockpit out. 39 days on the Cyclops. New scenario, minor engagement will occur on the 4th. What kind of minor engagement are we looking at? Turning point. Okay. And they're only bringing 12,000 points of tanks. Okay, nothing but tanks. And we're bringing a 5.6 and an Archer 2S, which is the LRM-15 SRM-4 version. That is, I believe, the Steiner refit. Yeah, we be able to knock this out today. The enemy has positioned forces in this area, but they are not yet fully committed to battle. Your objective is to inflict enough damage to force them to withdraw. Destroy at least 25% of their forces to break their resolve and make it clear that holding this position is not worth the cost. We only have to destroy a quarter of them. Let's see. Repair bay is empty. Infirmary. Oh, question on a broken rib for 19 days and a bruised kidney for 9. Delphine is finished taking care of. Who was it? Tugyu? Let's see. Go back to the hangar. We can get rid of the Orion 2C now that it doesn't have a cockpit. Sell a unit for 23,000 C-bills. Did we forget to take something out of that? That's a lot. I want another Archer so that we can have one refitting into a 350 XL engine. We'll have to wait until the end of the contract, I guess. We did get 4 tons of SRM-4 ammo, 4 tons of SRM-6 ammo, 18 standard inner sphere double heat sinks, 4 tons of Gauss rifle ammo, looks like 4 tons of LRM-5 ammo. 4 lots of 5 tons each of armor have arrived, and 2 tons of LRM-20 ammo. Mothballed the Marauder, Cyclops in 29 days. Yeah, okay. Nothing else going on the 28th. We can probably just advance to the 4th, other than taking a quick pause at the turn of the month. Okay. Kirti Thandre celebrates 7 years with us. We got some birthdays. Lots of people returned from their education. More heat sinks, more armor, and more SRM-6 ammo. Cyclops in 38 days. September 30th. We've got some birthdays. Lieutenant Lou Ikarashi needs to complete 1 or more classes. 9 days have been added to his education. Dolfikar performs maintenance on the Mackie. Very nice, except for that ERPPC down at D quality and one of the ER mediums at C. Everything else is looking really good. Lots of ammunition has arrived. 10 more double heat sinks have arrived. 37 days on the Cyclops. And if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the 1st of October. Yeah, let's accept. We'll do balanced. We've got 5 arrow heat sinks, 4 LRM 10 ammos. Is that 4 tons or 4 shots? I think that's 4 shots. Mech sensors, unknown tonnage, 160 points of armor, an LRM-5, 9 medium lasers, 7,000 ration packs, fire control system, that must be arrow, because mechs don't have an FCS, a 70-ton lower arm actuator, and a right leg clan endosteel 70-ton. Quality A. That might actually come in handy, because we do have a clan 70-tonner that uses endosteel, if I'm not mistaken. The Grizzly, I believe, is a 70-tonner with endosteel. Colonel, situation remains unresolved in this sector. Constant exchanges of fire are keeping both sides pinned down. The convoy holds steady with crews scanning for sudden changes in enemy movements. No clear outcome is evident, but the convoy continues to advance where opportunities arise. Defensive tactics are in place, adapting to ongoing resistance. Okay, understood. Okay, we're not giving literally everyone in the unit combat action. That's not going to happen. Skip that. Good conduct and longevity awards we are going to give. So 6 years with no disciplinary action is worth 3 XP and an edge. Nice. That'll be a good way for some of our older original hires to get some edge that wouldn't normally be getting edge, like, I don't know, doctors and administrators actually pick up edge pretty quick. We got 4 years of service. Okay, yeah. These we will issue. Okay. What? Enemy morale advancing. I guess that's better than dominating. 48 people gained vocational XP, sergeants, privates, corporals, spaceman, sergeant, corporal. I don't see anyone we're necessarily going to need to take a look at. The enemy is gaining momentum, making coordinated strikes, and forcing your forces to fall back. They are beginning to dominate key areas of the battlefield. Okay. Convoy recovery and maintenance has finished loading their cargo, is en route. Convoy arrived and its supplies have been distributed. Change of alliance. Next enemy morale roll gets a +1 modifier. Malmoira Macbeth has returned from education. Alexander Johnston has graduated. More heat sinks, more ammunition. Cyclops in 36 days. We picked up 40 million for pay. We spent a couple million for parts and munitions, fuel, and another couple million for salaries and overhead expenses. Okay, so finances actually is what I want to see. We were at 675, now we're at 712. So we did pick up a good 37 million almost. No, over 37. 25 and 12 plus 100,000 and change. Yeah, 37. So that's cool. In the briefing room, we still don't have anything else going on. Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles that month. Sure seemed like more than that. Yeah, I think we're going to advance to the 4th. I don't think there's much of anything else going on. Yeah. Okay. Some birthdays, some graduations. Alexander Johnston has returned. Maintenance on the Thumper, maintenance on the Long Tom, maintenance on the Vedette, the Saracen, the Sholigar, the Maxim, the Stuka, the Mobile Long Tom, the APC tracked LRM, the Slayer, the Sabakukaze, the Pegasus, the Thumper, the Chippewa. Why are we doing maintenance on all of our rear echelon units? Heavy recovery vehicle, maintenance on the Manowar as well. Zuko. Showing pretty steady improvement where there's room for improvement. We've still got a medium laser at C, left torso C, double heat sink at C, right arm at C. Oh, I was gonna check on the Grizzly actually, make sure it has endosteel. I'm not 100% sure it does. And yeah, that 70-ton right leg might come in handy if we lose it. Okay, so maintenance on practically everything. 6 more double heat sinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tons of missile ammo. 35 days on the Cyclops. Moving on to October the 3rd. Pamela has returned from education or training. Maintenance on the Cronus. Maintenance on the Hunchback 5CB2. Oh, that is a lot of grain. That is excellent. Love to see that. And this is the one with the ER large laser and a bunch of mediums. Okay. Maintenance on the Jenner. Steady improving. Love to see it. Maintenance on the Spider. Maintenance on the Clint. The Clint is in very good shape as well. The Zeus steadily improving as well. I'm surprised it didn't actually go up. It must have just gone up. Kraken from B to A, the longbow at B. We got 4 double heat sinks and 10 tons of armor, and 34 days on the Cyclops. Moving on to October the 4th, day of the mission. Let's see if we can't knock this out in one go. Some birthdays. We got 1 support point. We have 1 support. Oh, because we must have maxed out already. Minor engagement is today. Deploy a force. Which unit am I going to deploy? King's Hawk moves from C to B. Stalker maintains A. Grizzly maintains A. We got some Gauss rifle ammo in. We got some SRM and LRM ammo in. So they are bringing 11,000, almost 12,000 points. 34 points shy of 12,000. Zephyr's Royal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Demon. 1, 2. Demon Royal. 1. Ontos and Ares. The Prowler. The Ares has autocannon 20. Large laser and LRM. Okay, so the Ares is a long-range specialist. The Oro, LB-20X, and a large pulse. So kind of more of a close-range specialist. The regular demon tank has a Gauss rifle. So all the demons have Gauss rifles. So that's that was 1, 2, 3 Gauss rifles on the field. One with a 3-4, one with a 4-5, one with a 2-3. That 2-3 is going to be dangerous. I have to try to take him out first. Who do we send on this? Lucian Lance would be slightly overgunned or underpowered. Galatea. hasn't seen much action lately and wouldn't mind seeing some action. Ryuko would be undergunned. Tongo just was out. Mariana just was out. Carpathize, hey, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Lovely to see you. How are you? We were just debating which unit to send on this minor engagement, where we have to destroy a quarter of this list of units. Which really shouldn't be too much. I'm good. I'm good. There's been some drama at work, but when isn't there? Yeah, other than that, I've been good. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving and all that. Hope you have a good Christmas coming up. I'm thinking we send Galatea. Yes, happy holidays to everyone indeed. We have O. Manage deployment. We'll do Galatea. Do we want to send reinforcements? I don't think we need to. We might as well hold on to our support points. Four mechs versus, well, 5 mechs. I don't know if the archer really counts. He's a 5/6 pilot. And he's undersank in that mech. Undersinked? Undersank? Yeah. 10 single heat sinks is only enough to fire the LRM-15s and run, or the SRMs and the lasers. Yeah, I think Galatea has this. We've got Wyvern and his archer. We've got Scarponi and the Warhammer, Tentacle Shogun and the Marauder, and that is, excuse me. Which Marauder is that? The TS1C has the triple strength Myanmar. Has all the medium pulse lasers and a couple large pulse lasers. Okay. Strength timer, yes. Which is tricky to use, but I'll see what I can do. Alright, no more stalling. Let's do this. We've got just over an hour to destroy a quarter of these tanks. Let's go. Sort by battle value. Their big bad is the Demon tank with the 2-3 pilot, followed by the Ares tank with the 3-4 pilot, followed by the Demon with the 3-4, followed by the Royal Demon with the 4-5, the Oro with a 4-5, and then all the Zephyrs and the Prowler. But honestly, the Demon tank with the 2-3 pilot is worth barely twice as much as their lowest level. Oh, they've got a lot of ECM too, don't they? They have a lot of ECM. Why? Warhammer has no quirks. Does anyone know offhand what the quirks for a Warhammer are? So I can add those in real quick. Connected, yes I know. Hanger. Warhammer. Should have stable, searchlight, ubiquitous, and rugged. Stable, searchlight, rugged, ubiquitous 2. Stable, searchlight, rugged, and ubiquitous. Let's see. Rugged 2 point. Stable, searchlight, ubiquitous twice. Okay. Okay, error message pops up. Yes, we know. All my customs do not load in properly. Okay, now we have quirks on the Warhammer. Good deal. Not that stable is going to do any good. Not that any of them are going to come into effect during this battle at all. Oh, that is an interesting looking map. And it's snowy, it looks like. Okay, it looks like we're deploying in the southwest, or maybe we're deploying in the northeast. I think green is Liao. I think we're red. So yeah, I think we're deploying in the southwest. I can double check that real quick. Yeah, we're deploying in the southwest. They're deploying in the northeast. Oh, I had a picture of Liao up there. Or Merrick? Merrick. No, Liao. Um, yeah. So, planetary conditions, we're at minus 20 degrees, so no ejecting. Daylight, standard, clear, calm. Okay. Do we maybe want to put a cap on visibility? We should have a couple rerolls. Wyvern has... Wyvern has one tactics, one strategy, and one leadership, so we get one reroll. Yeah, let's reroll the weather. Heavy snowfall. Okay. We can work with that. Heavy snowfall it is. Let's do this. All right. Oh, they've got a +4 to their initiative. We've got a +1 to ours, which means that we barely beat them on initiative. We've got 15,507. They've got 11,966. We only have to take them down by a quarter. Wrong one. We can't see where they are because we don't have any units on the field yet. There is less water than I was thinking there would be, but it's all... They're deploying up here, so maybe they can get some units down here. The hover tanks are going to be able to get across the water, no problem. But the Oro and maybe the demons... and what was it? The Ares might end up getting stuck up there, which would not be a bad thing for us. Starting with, see, the Prowler's a 585, the Archer's a 4-6, the Warhammer's a 5-8, the Cestus is a 4-6. Let's start with the Cestus, why not? Oh, that is no visibility at all. That is 9 hexes of visibility. That is oof. We've got eyes on nobody yet. We'll follow that up with the Archer. The Marauder is actually going to be the fastest unit among us because it has jump jets and it's a 585. Well, it's a 5.8 with jump jets, which makes it faster than anything else on the field. Or at least on our side of the field. And then the Warhammer. Okay, yeah, I think we can work with that. Everyone's at 100%. Moving on. Still have nothing on sensors. Scarponi. can actually move full speed. We're not slowed down by the snow. That's surprising. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll move 7 hexes. Oh. Yeah, that's tundra. Okay, so we've got to go around that. Did not realize that was going to be such a difficult terrain to go through. Wyvern and the Archer, full speed ahead, might even actually sprint. Try to keep up with the Marauder a little bit. Yeah, the Marauder going to jump 5 hexes. Actually, can sprint 6 hexes, might as well. And then the Cestus can move forward 4 hexes, I guess. Be stuck back there with Scarponi. The Archer following at a respectable distance. We've got targets. We can skip our firing phase. Oh, and we're getting an extra 2 heat per turn from the snow. And, well, from the temperature, I guess, not from the snow itself. We've lost initiative, even though we outrolled them. We can expect that to happen a lot in this match. Let's see, Scarponi. Maybe doesn't sprint this turn. We might start to see some hover tanks this turn, so we'll go ahead. Do we move 5 hexes or do we stop in the woods? I think we're going to move 5 hexes. Let's see, the Archer can only move 5 hexes. Oh, there's the Ares. A couple demons and a couple Zephyrs. Yes, this absolutely is killer cold. Minus 20 degrees Celsius. So we are trying very hard not to eject from this battle. They haven't moved anything but their demon. Yeah, if we eject, that is going to be fatal. So we're going to not do that. We don't have to worry too much about head hits because we all have a lot of edge. Little Willie, hey, how's it going? Glad you could make it. This is actually going to be a pretty easy battle, I think. Because we are only trying to take them down by a quarter of their forces. So yeah, we should be able to knock that out in less than an hour, easy. We've got the demon outside of visual range. We've got the demon outside of visual range. Okay, so Scarponi's not hitting anything this turn. Wyvern. The demon on 6s. Okay. Or demon on 6s. We've got the Ares on 6s. The Ares is the one with the ER large and 25 LRMs. Demons have Gauss rifles. I think the demon's going to be our priority target. On 6s, and we will fire as much as we can without building up too much heat, which is going to be everything. Okay. Actually, wait. Did anyone else hit that? Don't think they can. Okay. Yeah, nothing. Wyvern's the only one that can see anything, and he is going to be doing that on 6s. The Zephyr missed Wyvern on a quartet of 12s. The Demon missed on a 10. Wyvern at the Royal Demon. Destroyed his searchlight. Cost him half his movement points 3 times in a row. Cost him another 1 movement point, which Even if he was an 8-12, that would be 4-2-1-0. So he has no movement points left. I'm just hoping that we can hit him fuel tank or something, but no dice. The demon missed our archer on an 8 and a 12. The demon missed the wyvern on an 11. The Ares missed on a 9, but did land 6 LRMs to the right leg and left arm on a 7. No one took 20 plus, so no one has to take the chance of falling down. Wyvern's up to 2 heat. Everyone else is running cool. One of their units is crippled. They're at 93.6% of their forces. Let's start with the Cestus, I think. Cestus will run forward into these light woods. That gives me 1 evasion plus 1 woods, so he's a little bit of a harder target. And then after that, we'll be standing still in those woods. We'll be a little bit easier of a target, but we'll also have an easier time hitting. Let's see, Scarponi. Do we want to take partial cover? No, they have the high ground. We can't get partial cover from them. This demon is the one with like 2. Okay, did not move 0. Yeah, 0-0. Demons are wheeled. I could have sworn they were tracked. That's interesting. Okay. So we can jump to here. Or we can run 6 hexes. So we're not as evasive from there. Jumping definitely gets us more evasion. Gets us eyes on 2 demons without getting eyes on the Ares or the Prowler. Well, the Ares hasn't moved yet, and the other demon hasn't moved either. Oh, and we're being jammed. Scarponi, yeah, we'll just walk forward 3 hexes, get eyes on a couple of these guys. Actually, yeah, we'll just walk forward this turn. I don't want to get ahead of Tentacle Shogun, I don't think. And Wyvern. Yeah. I think I want Wyvern. Out of sight of almost. No, hold on. I want to take out that Zephyr with missiles. Gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Medium range. Barely. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. That also protects us from the demons and the Prowler. Okay, they tried to tag us and they failed on a 10 and a 12. Let's see. Scarponi has the biggest guns with those PPCs. We've got the demon on 5s. Got the Zephyr on 5s. Have the Zephyr on 6s. Demon on 8s. Okay, I think we're gonna go for the demon on. Actually. Range is 7 hexes, so that's going to be long range for all of our medium lasers. Those are going to need 9. We'll do 1, 5, pair of 7s, trio of 9s. Wyvern at the Zephyr, yeah, should just take him by himself. We'll go 3 heat over, sure. Let's see. Tentacle Shogun wants the Ares, I think. We've got him on 6s. Yeah, we'll take a pair of 6s. We'll take an 8. No, not take an 8. We'll take another 6 for 1 heat less. Gonna hold off on the TSM. No, we're not. We're going to fire. We're going 9 heat over to get that TSM up, and hopefully we're going to kick someone next turn. Last but not least, the Cestus. We've got the Demon on a 7. We got a Zephyr on an 8. We've got the Ares out of range. Demon on a 7. What armor does he have? He has a lot of armor. We should probably focus him down. Yeah, we'll try and focus him down. And a 6 and a 7. We'll skip the 9. Alright. Scarponi at the Demon hits it in the left side with a PPC down to 15 armor. ER medium to the front down to 43. Medium laser to the front down to 38. Cost it half its movement points. And it's got a total of +4 to driving skill rolls. The Zephyr narcs Wyvern in the left torso. Wyvern at the Zephyr hits it in the front, the turret, the front, turret, front, left side, front, costing it 3/4 of its movement points. Killed the crew on the front. Okay, so yeah, that is a Zephyr that might be coming home with us. The Demon hits the Cestus in the left arm with a Gauss rifle down to 5 armor. Missed with the SRM-6. Tentacle Shogun at the Ares hits it in the front with a large pulse laser, hits it in the left side with a large pulse laser, costs it half its movement points. Hits it in the front with a medium pulse laser, costs it another movement point. The Demon Tank number 130 hits the Cestus in the right torso with a Gauss rifle. Ouch. That is 30 points just from Gauss rifles on the Cestus. So he is going to be making a piloting check and also maybe falling back, because that is not much armor left on that arm or torso. And then we fired at him. We hit him in the front with a large laser for 8 down to 30. The Ares hits Wyvern in the right torso with an ER large laser down to 14. Missed with the LRMs on a 7 and a 9. Gunnery skill, heavy snowfall, walked. He's a weapons specialist. Okay. He's an LRM-10 weapons specialist. That's next to useless. The Prowler missed on an 11. Cestus took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 9. Physical attacks. Wyvern. Do we need to kick this building? No. We should have turned this way last turn, so we could go over that hill, but we're not going to kick the building. Tentacle Shogun's at 9 heat, everyone else is at 3 or less. We're at 98, they're at 77%. We've already almost reached our goal, just by killing one of their tanks and immobilizing one other. Let's see. Scarponi. This one with 0 movement points. Okay, so we want to get out of range of him. Let's go ahead and back up the full 3 hexes so we can get some evasion. Needs a 5 to avoid falling on our Tuchus, and we made it. The Cestus also going to, oh, that's Wyvern, that's why. The Cestus also going to back up out of range of at least one of those demons. Wyvern is going to just move like so, because I don't want to walk on the building and fall through. I don't want to turn on the road and fall on my butt. So yeah, I'm just going to move onto this hill and wait there. Maybe take some pot shots at the Ares in the meantime. And last but not least, Tentacle Shogun. We can jump to here and maybe kick the Prowler with our TSM powered legs. Yeah. We'll jump. We have Jumping Jack, right? Yeah, we have Jumping Jack, so he can jump as easily as he can walk. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll take some heavy fire this turn, but we're under the minimum range of those Gauss rifles. We barely made that check moving backwards. Yeah, we almost fell on our Tukas. The Marauder got tagged, everyone else did not. Scarponi, we've got this demon on a 5. Prowler on an 8. This demon is a 0/0. Yeah, we'll do 1 PPC, 2 ER mediums on 5s, and then we'll throw in a trio of 9s just to keep all of our heat sinks working. Let's see, next up is the Marauder. We're taking shots at the Oro, I think. The Oro has the LB20X. Yeah, I did not realize he was there. He is definitely shooting that at us, and he needs an 11 to hit. Okay, that's not the worst thing ever. We need 4s to hit him, so we're going to do 1 large pulse. No, we're not. Large pulses just make too much heat for not enough damage. And that Oro is kind of heavily armored. So yeah, we'll do medium pulses on 4s. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And the small laser on a 12 to be at 9 heat. Let's see, the Cestus has eyes on this Zephyr at short range. We could hit him on an 8. Alternately, got him on a 7. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for the Zephyr on an 8. And an 8, and a 10, and an 8. We're gonna hold off on the medium laser because it is on a 12. And then Wyvern. Wyvern was gonna take on the Ares, I think it was. Yeah, because Tentacle Shogun's taking on the Oro, Scarponi at the Demon. Or do we want to be concentrating on those demons? Those are Gauss Rifle. The Ares is not. Yeah, we'll take shots at the demon that's firing on us. We need 4s. We'll go 4 heat over to fire everything. The Zephyr hits Tentacle Shogun in the left torso with a glancing blow for 2. The Zephyr missed on a bunch of 11s. Scarponi at the Demon hits it in the turret with an ER PPC, hits it in the front with an ER medium, down to 23. The 3 medium lasers, one of them hits the front for 4, down to 19. So that demon is still going to be a threat next turn. The Zephyr hits Tentacle Shogun in the left torso for 5, down to 18. Hits him in the left arm for 2, down to 22. The Oro on 9s and 11s, missed with everything. Tentacle Shogun on 4s. Hits him in the front, and the front costs it a movement point. Hits it in the turret and the left side, minor motive system damage, and the left side again, minor motive system damage, down to 7 armor. The demon hits Wyvern in the right arm for 15, down to 7, and hit with 6 SRMs. Right arm, right torso, left torso, left leg, right torso is down to 8, and it costs us a point of edge. We still have 4 remaining. The Cestus at the Zephyr hits it in the front for 15, down to 14, and a large laser to the front for 10, down to 4. Large laser to the left side, down to 16, and half its movement points, and missed with the medium pulse laser. Wyvern at the demon that fired on him hits it in the front, left side, front critical, sensors hit, front half its movement points, front, turret, left side, minor motive system damage, front, 4 more to the front, down to 12, and the front and the left side costed another movement point. He's probably down to 0 movement points now. The Prowler hits Tentacle Shogun in the left leg with a medium pulse laser for 6, down to 26, and Wyvern, who took 20 plus damage, needs to make a 5, gets a 7. Tentacle Shogun going to be kicking the Prowler on a 3 for 30 damage on the left side table. We kicked it in the left side and destroyed the Prowler. Nice. Tentacle Shogun holding at 9 heat. Wyvern up to 4. Scarponi up to 2. And the Cestus holding at 1. Archer still has not entered the fray. We've lost initiative even though we outrolled them. We do have them down to 58% of their battle value, but we've only destroyed 1 of their units. Well, 2 if you include the one that we killed the crew of. 2 out of 10. We'll go 1 more round. We have time. Let's see. Cestus. Probably going to be standing still this turn. This demon is, yes, now a 0-0. This demon is now a 0-0. This demon is a 0-0. Okay, so we can take those guys on one at a time, pretty much. Scarponi will stand still and try to take out that demon. The Cestus will stand still and try to take out either that demon or that Zephyr. Tentacle Shogun would like to wait until we can get behind the Oro, but the Oro is probably going last. We did lose initiative after all. Wyvern would like to not be as close to those demons if he could. We can get side shots on the Ares. That might be worth doing. How much regular ammo do we have? 20 shots left. Okay. Yeah, we will turn at the end of our movement, just in case we end up going up that hill next turn, if there is a next turn. And last but not least, Tentacle Shogun. Oh, Tentacle Shogun can get behind the Oro. Yes, please. And the medium in the front, LVX in the turret. Dang. Large pulse laser also in the turret. Okay, well, this could hurt very much, but it could be worth it. That Archer is still having trouble getting to the battle. Nobody got tagged, even though they tried 3 times. Let's see. Starting with Scarponi at the demon. We've got him on a 4. We'll do that. And we'll do another pair of 4s. And then we'll do quartet of 8s. Let's see. Cestus has eyes on the Zephyr at close range, so we've got him on a 5. Nice. If we hit him in the front, he's already weakened there. And we'll go We'll go 3 heat over for a 9, sure. Let's see, the Marauder into the back of the Oro. 60 10 doesn't suck. I'd like to see what he needs to hit us, because it's probably going to be gnarly. But we're going to skip the large pulses. We'll go right into the medium pulses on 3s. And then the small laser on a 5 to stay at 9 heat. Do we need to stay at 9 heat? We can't. We're not going to be able to kick anything this turn. We'll just maintain 9 heat. We'll just stay there. And then last but not least is Wyvern into the side of the Ares. And yeah, we'll go 6 heat over for that. Okay, let's see what we got. Scarponi hits the demon in the front for 15. ER medium to the front for 7. Medium laser to the front for 4, which is 1 more than he needs to destroy that demon. Good deal. And then 1 more medium laser to the front for good measure. Zephyr at Tentacle Shogun glances a medium laser off his left leg for 2, down to 24. The Zephyr at the Cestus missed with everything on 12s. The Cestus at the Zephyr hits him in the front and destroys the Zephyr. The Zephyr at Tentacle Shogun hits him in the back with a medium laser, glancing blow, 2 points, 5 armor remaining on that right torso rear. The Oro needs an 8 and a 6, gets a 6 and a 5. Huzzah, that's fortunate. Meanwhile, we got him in the back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 medium pulse lasers, and it only took 5. Oh, no. We got him in the ammo. We destroyed the engine for one thing. We destroyed his rear, and we hit his ammo. It has case, so it prevented the rear from taking 160 points of damage, but it was already gone at that point. Tanks blowing up all over the place. Yes, I love it. Scarponi just eats a Gauss Rival Slug to the chest for 15, down to 13, but missed with the SRM6, fortunately. Wyvern at the Ares. Hits it in the left side, rear, turret. Left side critical, left side critical. Left side and left side, and that is another tank. Down. No one took 20 plus, no one has to make any piloting checks. No physical attacks, I don't think. We've all built up a significant amount of heat. The lowest among us is the Cestus at 3. And we've got them down to 31% of their forces. Yeah, we can go ahead and call that a win. All right. That's it. Yes, we saved the gift. Sure. Yes, we saved the salvage, just in case. Victor retains battlefield control. Yes, that was us. We took, I wouldn't say undamaged. Well, I mean, I guess he did only take 1 hit. He took a few hits, but nothing major. The Cestus took a couple of nasty hits. That's not quite undamaged, I wouldn't say. And of course, Wyvern, I wouldn't say was undamaged either. He took a little bit of a whack. But no one got hurt. No one got killed. The demon and 2 Zephyrs got away. We cannot salvage anything because we spent it all on the Orion and the Shogun. We're still at 44% of out of our max of 40. Captured Lisa from the demon tank. Captured Gaura from the Prowler. Captured Doreen from the Zephyr. Clifford, Ignac, and Lorena from the Zephyr Royal. We got a few crew members. Okay, so Scarponi got 1 kill. Tentacle Shogun got 1, 2. Wyvern got 1, 2, and Vernita got 1. So, lots of XP going around today. Force withdrawal 25%. I would say we succeeded at that. Yeah. And that is, we can call that a decisive victory. Not that it makes a difference. Prisoner Galra and Prisoner Clifford are both hurt. They're going to be a couple of weeks and a couple of days, respectively. Oh, we got a cockpit we could be fixing. Ooh. Even with an internal specialist. Even with a regular internal specialist. So effectively a veteran. We bring that down. Yes, Ediboard can do that on a 4. We'll do that. Let's see. Airbay. Got Archer needing some armor. I guess, B can do the armor on 2s. And Ratnabala is doing ammo. We need SRM4 ammo. God, we go through that stuff so fast. B doing the armor on 2s. Ratnabala doing the ammo. The Marauder gets B doing the armor on. And the Warhammer took 15 points to the chest. It's gonna be a 2. So yeah, that was all of our repairs. That did not take long. Okay. So yeah, I think we're ready to move on to October 5th. There's nothing else going on, right? Alright, October 5th it is. Got some birthdays. Got some heat sinks and some ammo have arrived. We did fix the cockpit. Could have sworn it said it was going to cost 6,600. Now it's 20,000. Cyclops ready in just over a month. Let's see. Yeah, that's it for the warehouse. The infirmary is just going to be a couple more days for those two, and then a couple more weeks for the other two. Yeah, October 6th. Birthdays. Yeah. Ammo. Cool. Cyclops in 31 days. October 7th. Basic training, graduate of basic training. Okay, yeah, we'll give him an award for that. Waka Hutchinson is 3 today. I believe that means graduating. Yes. Yes, I graduated from their in-unit education or training. So next is going to be what? Pre-K? Kindergarten? Something like that. Hopefully that had some impact on their morale. I'm hoping so. I'm thinking advancing is below dominating, so hopefully they are moving in the right direction. But they are going to get a bonus of +1 to their next roll because of that special event, the loyalty thing or whatever. Okay, so let's advance the day and then we'll get Waka into pre-K or whatever. Got some birthdays. Education. Civilian, homeschooling, basic education. Sure. Okay, so yeah. Grade school, essentially. Maintenance on the Atlas, it remains quality A, and yeah, anything but A's. That's good. Maintenance on the Banshee. See a couple B's. It's not a big deal. We've got an ERPPC at B. We've got the left leg at C. Because she rolled a 4. Do better than that. Black Knight remains A as well. And it looks like that was the last thing we needed to get that one in showroom condition. Lots of LRM-5 ammo, LRM-15 and LRM-10 ammo, and 4 lots of 5 tons of standard armor. Cyclops in 29 days, excuse me. Why are we not? Why were we not getting that on the way? I wonder. Yeah, let's just go with some regular LRM-10 ammo because we're down to 124 shots. Not that we use a whole lot of LRM-10 ammo, but we'll go for 10. And we also are probably going to need some SRM-4 ammo because 590 shots. Well, with 200 shots in transit, I think we'll be okay. So yeah, let's just okay, let's see if that jump starts our search for the ferrofibrous armor, because we do want a lot of that. We don't want to wait forever for it. Okay, walk-up beginner has begun homeschooling. Moving on to Saturday, October the 9th. Okay, we got the LRM ammo, but not the ferrofibrous armor. So let's move that. Buy that. We'll buy 20 of those. Failed to find it within 2 jumps, that's fine. We got some birthdays today. We've got Lou Ikarashi graduated from his education or training. He is a regular mech warrior now. At 4-5 with 17 XP actually. That's not bad. Let's just go back to active personnel. Yeah. Moving on to Sunday the 10th, I suppose. Yeah, we found the ferrofibrous armor. Good deal, finally. Lots of people celebrating 2 years with us today. Lots of privates. Were we still hiring privates 2 years ago? It doesn't feel like we were. Recruit Mongheng Liu. Pendant. Okay. Some birthdays. Lots and lots of people celebrating 2 years with us today. What is the deal with that? Not all of these are privates. Why did we get a bunch of dependents 2 years ago? That's a lot of dependents. I assume those are all dependents. That was a long list of... Yeah. I don't know. Maintenance on the Archer, maintenance on the Marauder, maintenance on the Cestus. Okay. We got armor arriving in 30 days through 37 days, so that's going to be a little bit. Moving on to Monday the 11th, do we get a new battle today? Okay, no more administration points. Personnel market updated. Regular vehicle gunner, not too worried about that. Well, birthdays. Some people wanted to drop out. We got some ammo arriving. And we got the Cyclops in 26 days. Moving on to the 12th. And yeah, I am thinking that their morale has dropped. We haven't seen 3 battles yet like we normally would have. So yeah, a bunch of ammo has arrived. We got 25 days on the Cyclops. John Tucker, basic training. Sure, we'll issue that award. Mubina Callow is 2 today. Mubina Callow was, looks like born on Kirschbach. To Anaya Callow, who is also a dependent. Okay. More ammo, more armor have arrived. 24 days on that Cyclops. Moving on to the 14th, and surprisingly, we still have not had any missions. Maintenance on the Mad Cat. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's pretty good. Better shape than I was thinking it was. Some birthdays. John Tucker has returned. Some ammunition has arrived. Cyclops in 24 days. Friday the 15th. Birthdays. Ammo. 23 days on the Cyclops. Saturday the 16th. Got some LBX ammo in. 22 days on the Cyclops. Sunday the 17th. Some birthdays, some armor, some ammo, and 21 days on the Cyclops. Monday, personnel market. Okay, veteran soldier, field gunners, AC-10. Not too concerned about that. A couple birthdays, no more admin points. 8 shots of Gauss ammo, and 20 days left on the Cyclops. Yeah, their morale is definitely lower than it was last month. Birthdays and 19 days on the Cyclops. Birthdays and 18 days on the Cyclops. Thursday, we've got birthdays. Corporal has celebrated 2 years with us. Lieutenant Amanda Bachvist is 25. 17 days on the Cyclops. We might finish that Cyclops today. We got a couple birthdays on the Cyclops in just over 2 weeks. 1 birthday on the Cyclops in just over 2 weeks. 8 birthdays, looks like. 20 shots of LB-10X ammo, and exactly 2 weeks on the Cyclops. New battle arriving in VIP ambush in 2 days. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to get the Cyclops done today, after all. Clan Wolf OpFar has bid away 1 unit. Clan Wolf VIP has not bid away any forces. Let's check out this VIP ambush battle. The VIP is in an Anher transport with a 3-4 pilot. It has 3 medium lasers, 1 ER, 2 pulse. But they're also bringing 21k worth of battle value, even after they bid away 1 of their units. Oh, we've got a Madcap Prime with a 3-4 pilot. We've got a Guillotine 2C with a 3-4 pilot. We've got a Black Knight with a 3-4 pilot. Shadowhawk 2C with a 3-4 pilot. Gunrus Prime with a 3-4 pilot. And then the 4-5s, we've got a Ryokan TC. Has a Gauss rifle, 4 medium lasers, and a targeting computer. Okay. So that's effectively a 3-5 pilot in that Ryokan. TC for targeting computer, I assume. We've got another Black Knight, standard style, PPC, 2 large lasers, nothing fancy. We've got a Fenris C, which has LRM5, 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 ER small. I can handle that, okay. Cold Mountain is the map. Cliffs Snow, 30 by 40, Moonless Night. It says we have a reroll remaining, but we don't have any units selected, so I don't know how it knows how many rerolls we have because we don't have a commander yet. An enemy VIP has been left exposed, presenting a rare opportunity to eliminate a high-value target. Your mission is to execute the VIP before their reinforcements arrive. This individual's removal will cripple enemy operations, disrupt their chain of command, and eliminate a key asset from the battlefield. Expect the enemy to stall for time, deploying fast-moving elements or defensive tactics to delay your strike. Speed and precision are critical. Do not allow them time to reinforce or extract the target. If you hesitate, they will escape or be reinforced, and this opportunity will be lost. The enemy will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, meaning there will be no chance for recovery or salvage. This is a surgical strike. Neutralize the target and withdraw before the enemy locks down the area. Our objective? Kill the VIP. How fast is that? Light stabilizer. What? It's not very tough. Yeah. Like, other than the front. Yeah. No, that's not a lot of arm. Oh. Rotor. That is a helicopter. That is going to be very hard to catch up to. We're going to need something fast and something with long range. I'm thinking Senryuko and Tethys. Bonus Griffin, Phoenix Hawk, the Clint. Those are not as fast as the Phoenix Hawk, the Hunchback, the Jenner, and the Spider. Yeah, we're gonna send Ryuku Lance. Actually, we don't need to do that just yet. We can pass a couple more days first. Yeah, so we'll do one. Oh, MekTech, regular. Oh, thanks, we're good. We have plenty of MekTechs, and most of them are not regulars. Zero Chew turned 32 today. Kayla Mitchell graduated. Maintenance on the Leopard. Okay. The armor could be in better shape. D, C, and E. But everything else is looking pretty good. Target number 6 for that first one. That's going to be tough to get up. 20 shots of cluster ammunition for the LB-10X and the Cyclops in 13 days. Advancing to the 26th, we are going to deploy today. Which means I don't think we're going to have time to, well, we might. Might be a very, very quick battle. But if we don't finish it very quickly, we're not going to be able to pause it and pick it up next week because there's a glitch in the system. Maintenance on the Phoenix Hawk ERLL, looking pretty good. Maintenance on the Union, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, the Union is looking pretty fantastic as well. 10 tons of ferrofibrous armor have arrived, 12 days on the Cyclops. Day of O, we're doing Ryuku. Betting it won't be quick. Want to send in Tethys? Because Tethys has the long-range weapons with like Gauss rifles and LRMs and stuff. Yeah, we will commit Tethys. So we're reducing the target number by 2 twice to 5. Yeah, it was a 6 before. I think the enemy morale was a 5. Okay, well, we only need a 5. Can we do a 5? We rolled a 6. Good deal. I mean, Ryukyu is not a slow lance. We could get in, get out, and take it out real quick. He's deploying in the south. His allies are deploying in the south. We're deploying in the north. What's to stop him from just fleeing off the south edge of the map? Is 20 minutes gonna be enough for us to do this real quick? I don't think it is. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and save our game now. We'll pick this up next week, when we should be able to do the whole battle in one day. I mean, that's a lot of op4, but the VIP is all we need to do. And we have 0 rerolls? Really? Zero Chew has... Zero Chew. Lieutenant Senior Grade, Commander of Ryukyu Lance. Has 0. Has absolutely no command abilities. He's got artillery, he's got small arms. Got 4 edge. He's not ready to be a unit commander. Okay, so we got no rerolls. And then Tethys Lance. Who's in charge of Tethys Lance? Alandavi. Okay. Alandavi has 1 tactics, 1 strategy. Cool. Okay. We might be able to bring that strategy up 1. Nope, that costs 20. We have 11. Zero Chew. Seriously? Tactics and strategy. And then how much is it to spend those up? 10 each. Okay, we are not there. We're short by a couple of XP. But I'm thinking tactics is probably the first one, and then strategy. It's 20 XP though. Yeah, no, I guess that's gonna be the one that's worth it. Think you could do it if things go well. Yeah, but I don't know if I can do it in now 15 minutes. So we're gonna wait until next week. Let's go ahead and resave our game because we have made some changes. Is there anything else I need to do before we get started on that? No? I think we're ready to just dive right in as soon as we get started next week. With no rerolls, moonless night, so pretty dark. I'm wishing we could reroll that. Because that could help him escape. No, the dice never let things go perfectly. I just... Alright, so yeah, we're definitely saved right now. We're definitely ready to just pick up on this battle next week, and we did. We advanced 22 days in one session. That is unheard of for the last several months. But yeah, anyway, I hate to leave you guys early like that, but it's 15 minutes. It's not the end of the world. Carpethice, Little Willie, thank you for joining me. If you're still here, I appreciate it. And even if you're not still here, I still appreciate it. You can catch the ending on YouTube or whatever. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. There should be a link to my Discord in both the YouTube and Twitch bios. So, yeah, other than that, you guys have a good week and we'll see you next week.